There are 2 golden hours in the day that if you use correctly and take advantage of, you can put your mind in a success loop and reprogram your subconscious mind the most effective way possible. Those 2 golden hours are the hour right after you wake up and the one right before you go to sleep. That first hour when you wake up, your brain is predominantly in theta and alpha, and you have access to higher creativity, more vivid visualizations, a relaxed mind, and a better memory too. You are literally inside of your subconscious mind at this point. Now, a majority of people wake up angry and frustrated because they either got shitty sleep or they have to go to a job that they hate or they have some unresolved issues from the day before. And trust me, I get it. It's so easy to wake up pissed off and annoyed because you have to go to a job that you hate or you got some bad sleep. But besides scratching our itch about fixing the issue, thinking in that negative state, how is it actually helping you for real? When you wake up and automatically jump into negative thinking, negative thoughts, it's only going to put you in a negative loop for the rest of your day. When you wake up feeding into the thoughts of anger or annoyance, you set the program for your mind for that day to be in react mode rather than respond mode. You got to remember, you are the boss of your subconscious mind. You own that shit, right? You are the programmer of the system. So if emotions are the language of your subconscious mind, that's exactly what you're telling your subconscious to program for your day. Your subconscious responds like, okay, they're angry. Let's keep feeding them those type of thoughts and make them look for situations that trigger that certain emotion inside of them. Doing that is literally programming yourself to work against yourself. You see how dumb that sounds? Your subconscious mind is like a wide ass open door once you wake up, right? And to become the person that you want to become or get what you want, you need to feed those thoughts and heavy emotions of that kind. So that way you actually put yourself in a productive, positive mental loop that actually assists you during the day. It's insane. There's this study that they did on, Americans in the West. 89% of Americans check their phone within the first 10 minutes of waking up. I'm not going to act like I haven't been guilty of this, but doing this a majority of the time is kind of crazy to me. Because it's really letting other people program your mind and your day instead of yourself. Like, why would you want to relinquish your control to somebody random on social media making a comment or saying something that triggers you that early in the morning? Or even if you get a mean text from like a sibling or a parent, that's going to throw you off of your kilter for the day and then you turn into a reactor. Those negative emotions, as soon as you wake up, just raise your stress levels, your cortisol levels, and that's not healthy at all. So instead of letting the outside drain your power as soon as you wake up, this is how you get in the driver's seat. First thing you can do is go right into a gratitude blitz as soon as you wake up. Flood your mind with things that you are grateful for. You woke up this morning, right? I assume you did because you're watching this video. You woke up on a bed probably, right? You can breathe, right? Because you're actually watching this video. You have people who care about you. You seem pretty blessed to me. Waking up in gratitude does the polar opposite of waking up annoyed and hateful. I love this quote. Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all others. Gratitude is the basis, the root, the framework of all high moral standards. Feeling gratitude on a consistent basis can literally elevate your happiness levels 25%. Like, that's a cheat code, bro. You wake up in gratitude, your brain releases serotonin and dopamine, the brain chemicals that have to do with progress, well-being, and joy. The more often that you live inside of that gratitude state, the more that you cultivate that emotion, the more you program your mind to look for and create things that you'll be grateful for. The second thing you can do is create a short mental scene of how you want your day to ideally go or a pastime that brought you a lot of joy. I've talked in the past about visualization, how powerful it is to warp your mind in a positive way. At this time in the morning, your mind is at peak vividness, right? You can see mental images very clear. So if you give your subconscious mind something to work on, like who you want to be, creating your image, or even getting something done that day, it's going to do everything it can throughout the day to assist you in accomplishing that. That's how you get into a productive, positive loop during the day. This is how you utilize the golden hours of your day to elevate your life. Part 2, the nighttime. Now, right before you go to sleep is fucking massive because whatever images or feelings that you have right before you go to sleep, you carry with you into your subconscious mind to marinate for the next 6 to 9 hours or however long you sleep for. We are asleep for 1/3 of our life, so that's where all the deep subconscious and unconscious work is being done. So I actually want you to think about how much that impacts our lives on a mental, physical, and spiritual level. Behind our sleep is where our lives are being constructed. So the one thing that you can end today for a more positive impact on your subconscious mind and more control is to never go to sleep in a negative state. Again, your mind is in this state for the next 6 to 9 hours, so you want to be wise and careful about the thoughts, images, and feelings you go off to sleep with. Yo, even Jesus tells us not to go to sleep in a negative state. Matthew 6:34, take therefore no thought for the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. If Jesus is saying worrying about tomorrow is not going to do anything for you, then it's got to be true. Oh, the moments leading up to you falling asleep, 30 minutes at least, no social media. And again, why have others program your mind instead of yourself? Before you go to sleep, watch your highlight tape of that day, the things that made you proud, the things that brought you joy. Look over your highlights of that day. Feel those emotions from those moments, and they will sink into your subconscious mind as you go to sleep. Visualize as you're dropping into sleep a vision of you succeeding at whatever it is that you want to accomplish and truly feel like you are. Falling asleep in that feeling consistently, your subconscious is going to work to align you with that outcome. So take control of your AMs and your PMs, and I promise you your mindset will be 100 times better.